Wolves are powerful, intelligent, and mysterious predators, and some of Joe Rogan's guests have shared terrifying stories involving them. Today, we're counting down the 10 most spine-tingling wolf encounters ever told on the Joe Rogan Experience. Number 10. Steve Rinella's Yukon Wolf Encounter, episode number 2258. Guest, Stephen Rinella. While hunting in the Yukon, Stephen saw a large gray wolf silently trailing a caribou herd. But what shook him was the way the wolf stared directly at him, completely unafraid. Rogan described it as that primal fear we're not used to anymore. Number 9. Forrest Galante's Encounter in Siberia, episode number 1927. Guest, Forrest Galante. In Russia, Forrest was investigating wild animal migration when he came across what he believed were wolf tracks. Moments later, he and his crew heard howling, then silence. Then one massive wolf appeared in the distance, watching them, unmoving. They left immediately. Number 8. Joe Rogan's own fear of wolves. Various episodes. Joe has mentioned multiple times how wolves are one of the few animals that truly intimidate him. He describes them as the perfect killing machine, silent, efficient, and never alone. Number 7. Doug Duren on wolf reintroduction. Episode number 1154. Guest Doug Duren. Doug discussed how reintroduced wolf populations in the US are clashing with hunters and ranchers. He shared a chilling story of a calf being killed just yards from a cabin in the dead of night. No sound, no warning. Number 6. Cameron Hanes and Backcountry Wolf Calls. Episode number 1365. Guest Cameron Hanes. While bow hunting deep in the wild, Cameron once heard a series of howls get louder and closer. He realized he was being circled. Wolves didn't attack, but the tension of not knowing their position was terrifying. Number 5. Remi Warren's Wolfpack Standoff. Episode number 1060. Guest Remi Warren. Remi was tracking elk when he noticed strange movement in the trees. It turned out to be 3 wolves, observing him silently. He stood still for 20 minutes, weapon ready, until they finally turned and disappeared. Number 4. Joe and guests on the Yellowstone wolf resurgence. Episode number 1204. Guest Meat Eater Crew. They discussed the aggressive return of wolves and they were feet the idea. They discussed the aggressive return of wolves in Yellowstone and how entire elk populations shifted. One ranger shared a story of wolf howls echoing through the frozen valley, sounding like ghosts. Number 3. Wolf-Human Eye Contact Stories Compilation. Multiple guests shared that the most haunting thing about wolves is the eye contact. Not fearful, just calm, intelligent, and observant. Joe compared it to a wild being judging your weakness. Number 2. Attacks on hunting dogs. Various episodes. Several hunters on JRE described stories where wolves attacked and killed hunting dogs. One guest shared how his dog was taken into the woods. No sound, no sign. Only a single blood trail remained. Joe's reflection. Joe often brings up how the idea of a lone wolf is misunderstood. In the wild, lone wolves are desperate, dangerous, and unpredictable. Joe said, they don't have anything to lose, and that's what makes them terrifying. Wolves are fascinating, but they command serious respect. Which story stuck with you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more wild stories straight from the Joe Rogan Experience.